Peace, love, and light. You are listening to a message that is way overdue. Before I start this message, please, if this message resonates, like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. This message is actually way overdue. It's a message that I have received, and it has come forward several times in doing things daily. My spirit guides are saying to make sure you relay this message. So this is exactly what I'm doing. In thinking about this year, which is year 8, and for many of you, whenever you hear it being mentioned that this is year 8, it just means 8 is the numerical number that 2024 equals to, right? 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 plus 4 is 8. So a lot of folks are very much aware of what year 8 means. Many of us know that year 8 is about abundance. It corresponds with Saturn. It corresponds with earth energy. Okay, it corresponds with abundance. And the pentacles actually all represent earth energy. And what we know about year 8 is that it's to be a year of abundance. So many folks are actually waiting to receive something. They're waiting for that abundance. And my spirit guides spoke this to me and said, you're waiting for your abundance, but what have you sown? Many of us are actually waiting for abundance. We seek it in various ways, in a sense that this tends to be the year that many of us are expecting. But what are you actually sowing? What seeds of generosity have you sown? Okay. It's the same principles that exist in agriculture. Sowing seeds corresponds with reaping. If you haven't planted a seed, how do you expect to reap? And sometimes the seeds that you have sown are, a lot of times, they're very intentional. We intend to give, donate to others, donate our time, donate money, and we're very intentional about those seeds. And sometimes the seeds that are planted, they come just by, they actually still come by planting, but they're not necessarily seeds that we have sown intentionally. Just like in a garden, if you have a garden, sometimes you sow seeds, you put the seeds directly in the ground, and sometimes, you could just be eating a watermelon and the watermelon seeds, fall in the ground, yet you still are going to reap the benefits of that. And there's still some aspect of your work that's involved in you reaping. So this energy that I'm getting about sowing, sometimes we sow directly, we sow intentionally. Sometimes the seeds that we sow just come by way of our actions. Regardless, there's something that you're doing. So yes, you expect to reap this year, and it is the year that you're going to reap. It's also important that you sow the seeds that are necessary for you to reap that harvest. So if you haven't sown the seeds, make sure that you sow the seeds of generosity. Okay, this is giving and receiving. This is the principle of sharing. This is the principle of sharing what you have. And this is part of how that abundance is going to come, is through sharing our time, sharing our energy, sharing what we have, sharing our gifts, are all ways that we can show gratitude to the cosmos for what we have received. And that seed that you have sown, those seeds that you have sown will be given back to you. But you gotta sow those seeds, and you gotta sow those seeds in order for you to reap. Okay? So this is an energy that that I've received. And this energy is to show your gratitude, sow seeds of gratitude in order for you to reap that abundance. The abundance that is promised for this year, it's coming. And many of you have seen it. You may have seen it and not sure if that's what was promised to you. This year is promised to be what it is promised to be. And part of you reaping the energy of this year, year 8, year of Saturn, is for you to also put out there in the universe what you expect to receive. So the giving is necessary. The giving is that part that corresponds with sowing the seeds. All right? That seed of generosity, the seed of compassion, the seed of sharing your gifts. And there are many ways, to sow seeds. All right? Sharing your gift, sharing your time, your energy. Those are all seeds of generosity. And you are going to reap those seeds in due time. So this is the message that was received, that in order for you to reap the harvest, you gotta sow the seeds. And that is the message. Please, if this message resonates, like, comment.